it's not a complicated map, but it's got some ambience to it. It's, as I said, it's not the best map I've played, but it's certainly got its moments. I don't think I could put 600 hours into it. Actually, I don't know how many hours I've already got in it. Let's have a look. We don't actually have a lot of hours in this, because that one 34 hours, because we're playing at ×5 speed, so it kind of keeps 1 day per stream, 2 hours per stream, as a nice sort of cut-off. I might try ×10, so that a day is one real hour, and I probably kick up the number of days per season to 12 or 15. There's that, yeah. And I don't know for how much longer I'm going to be able to do evening streams with New Edition coming. So we'll have to see about that. But doing a 1 hour stream at ×10 speed, so every stream is still a day. But I think I would probably want to do, what is it? As I said, 12, 18 day season. So the gameplay would take as long. It's just how much you can achieve in 1 day would be much shorter. Though ×10 isn't an option. There is a mod that allows you to do fine scale adjustment of the time. A ×15 speed would be 40 minutes per day, and I kind of think that's pushing it. Although I could, you could play around with that. This I'm sticking to a strict ×5, except during stream start and stream end, where I'm not actually doing anything functionally on the farm. I'm just recapping what the plans are. But I could do something where if I'm doing field work or stuff like that, it has to be at ×5. But if I'm driving around the streets, I can do it at ×1. But that would be tricky to justify if I'm then doing... what am I doing? Weeds already, again. If I'm doing karting, because obviously I want the field work to be going at ×15 at that point. It's just an idea of changing things up a bit. So it doesn't really make the gameplay faster, but it changes the changes the tempo, if you like. With Oakfield Farm, I'm playing in real time, so it can drag a bit because you're you're not fighting against time. You're just, I've got 12 hours in a day, and I can do what I want when I want. With this one, I have a 2-hour stream is 1 day, and we basically have 2 days left of workable weather before the snow sets in, and then we can't harvest anymore. Now that's not actually a big deal because we've harvested our fields, our crops are in, we're going to sell them during the winter when they're at their best price. But all these other fields on the map, there's multiple fields ready to harvest, and 2 here and the one we're doing. But we're not going to be able to harvest all of them because we basically have 2 more sessions, 2 more days, and it's all done. Those fields will disappear as possible contracts as the farmer that owns them does them himself. If I was playing real time, I could probably quite easily harvest every single field on the map and get all of the income from every single field on the map. It changes the difficulty. If you've only got that's too many lights. If you've only got 2 hours in which to perform all the actions you want to do in any given day, you've got to choose what you want to do and make it count. If you played this in real time, as I said, you could probably harvest everything. If I bought bigger equipment or borrowed the equipment, I could harvest everything much quicker. I could get far more contracts turned over. I could bite up the entire map in no time. So doing it this way kind of limits us. If we played at ×10 speed with only an hour per day, having more days available, because obviously if you end up with a damp morning, you can't do anything for 30 minutes and then you've got 30 minutes to finish off everything that you want to do. That's tough. I could not harvest this field in half an hour. It's taken us an hour with the equipment we have. So it would take me 2 days to do a contract at ×10 speed. But it's a way to change how you're doing things. But I can't remember. I think the guys who Realismus suggest that you play at ×5 speed with 9-day seasons. That's what seasons is designed for. So if you're playing with 6-day seasons or you're playing in real time, then it changes things. Especially real time, because it gives you all the time in the world to get all your tasks done. Whereas playing with ×5, you're making the game harder. Let's turn the lights off, turn the harvester, and finish that turn. And he missed a bit on every single road coming down. So Oakfield I'm playing in super easy mode by allowing myself the freedom. In this one I'm playing suggested seasons speed. Does making the game go faster make it tougher? Is ×5 the optimum? Is ×10 workable? I'm guessing ×15 and ×30 is really I need to move time along because I'm waiting for the ground to dry out, the rain to stop, the rain to come. That sort of thing. Oh, this is actually nearly full again. And for Oakfield, we're just fast winding time to, get to the next thing. So that our current situation was there's 2 harvesting contracts. So we're going to do those without progressing through to the next day. But as soon as I've got that second one done, and that's probably going to be finished by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll be in a position where, I might as well fast wind time. Times 120, get it to the evening, go to bed, have a nap, wake up. Okay, what do our fields look like? Is are the sunflowers ready to harvest? Yeah. What does playing with, was it 24-day seasons do for the game? I'm not sure I could play that. Because that is... Yeah, if you've got... I suppose if you've got a big farm... If we owned this entire map, I would need to play 24-day seasons just to work all of my fields with the equipment I have. The other way around that is to get bigger equipment, get more equipment, and just pay workers to do stuff. And so what then happens is I'm a farm manager. I'm not doing any of the work that a worker can do, or I can use a worker to do. I'm just doing everything else. And I mean, on Lawfolds, I think that was the way it was getting. I was almost to the point where I need a second harvester because I'm running out of time to complete the harvest before the season ends. And possibly that could happen with Oakfield as well. I mean, I definitely see a point where we're going to get possibly a second medium-sized harvester rather than a big one. That didn't work. Oh, that did work. Although that was a very inefficient turn. So let's try this properly. Yeah, no, I don't mind farm manager, but I just end up doing everything that the workers can't do. So if I have a harvester harvesting all the fields, I cart, and that's all I'm doing during the harvest. I'm carting. As soon as I finish the first field, I'm putting another worker back on the field to plough it, cultivate it, whatever it needs. And once that's done, I've usually finished a second field harvest, and I'm getting another worker to plant the fields with oilseed radish after the first worker finishes cultivating. And all I'm doing is, because the maps I play tend not to have square fields, all I'm doing is I'm tidying up the work that the worker did and making sure I'm available to unload the harvester every time that fills up. And I'm not going to complain about it. It's what you put in all the hard work at the beginning, because I can't afford a worker. I've only got one tractor. So for the whole of the first 2 seasons of the year, I did all of the work because I couldn't afford a worker, or I couldn't justify the cost of a worker, and I only had one tractor anyway. But as we've got along, we got to harvest. Obviously now I get a harvester, and I can let the harvester do stuff. I will do most of the harvesting because I still can't justify using a worker 100% of the time on the harvest. But I can use the worker as I need to, like when I'm carting the grain away from the field, and do the manual labour of harvesting for a time, and just leave the tractor at the side of the field, much like I've done in this session. The worker hasn't done a lot, but when I'm running off with the grain cart, I can leave the harvester running on a worker for a little minute. And attach. Alrighty. Okay, we'll drive forwards, turn around. So I think that was 100% done, so everything in the cart is ours. Bonus money. I'm going to take this back to the main yard, which is just off the road here. And then we'll grab the tractor and sell off what's on board. And I think it's where, I think it's one of the reasons why we had such fun playing, what was it? South Mountain Creamery in Farm Sim 17. Because it was, we had some good sized fields, a couple of harvesters, a lot of tippers. And so there were a bunch of people doing the carting, a couple of people harvesting, and we're all working together to a defined goal. And we had 250 cows or 500 cows or whatever it was. So they had to be kept fed and watered and stuff. I'm not sure the group Farm Sim 19s had worked out very well. Where am I going? Is that my yard? Yeah. Okay. This is... I don't think I went back far enough, and I think I've just turned the wheels enough that I've totally screwed up the line of the trailer. Okay, let's try that again. That's a mess, but it's okay because the trailer's on a dolly. Oops. Okay. We're in. Go, 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 go. Yeah! Yeehaw. Or something like that. Now, keep the harvester away from the shed, and I think this is all going to end in tears. But, stop. Drop that off. I'm just going to drive this in forwards. Because why worry about it? Let's shut the gate and go find the tractor. Hi, tractor. I did leave a couple of little bits on the field, but frankly it's too much hassle to pick them up, and it's getting dark, so I'll jump in the cab and we'll do a cab ride back at 9 miles an hour. I think the speed of this tractor is sorely affected by the maintenance level of the tractor. It's seriously struggling to make any speed. but we'll find out. Oh, we're up to 13 miles an hour. Yay. So yeah, I think this tractor has worked out quite nicely. We've had issues with it, but I think it's only natural because it's a two-wheel drive old tractor with a cab. Not sure we've got any air conditioning. Yeah. But we had a struggle with the cultivator, so putting wide tyres on that. Do we have weights? I can't remember. Those might be wheel weights too. So we did as much as we could to create more weight in the traction, more rubber on the ground, and that overcame the problems hauling the cultivator, which technically should never existed if you go by cultivator needs 35 horsepower and we got about 90-ish. Okay, I'll climb this up here and stop. So this is all money. Yay. Hi money. I like money. That's a lot of money. So 4,094. The contract itself is 4,400. So not entirely a kick in the teeth. There are 3 more harvesting contracts which may or may not be available tomorrow morning. It would appear that the local farmers are working their best to get their own work done, and we're doing what we can to help out. I'm going to take this back to the store and we'll book it in for a service. Translation, I'll pay for a service and I'll wander back to the house and leave it there. Well, it's 8 o'clock in the evening. Needs an oil change. Going to come in tomorrow morning about 9 o'clock, pick it up, and we'll go from there. How about that? And I need to turn the traffic on. We'll do that as soon as we get back to the store. There we are. I believe the service department is over here. Okay, that should work out. Lights off. Engine off. Jump out. Okay, tractor needs a service. Is that okay? Sure. That's not the tractor. That's the tractor. 23.5 hours operation. 21 days old. 243. Yeah, that's nice and cheap. Okay, so I'll pick it up tomorrow morning. Sure. Okay, thanks. Bye. So 8 o'clock in the evening, I probably want to, I don't want to sleep for 12 hours, but, oh, actually we should shout the chickens. This isn't the yard I want to be in. Step through there. Alt S. Weather. Today. It's going to rain tomorrow. Yes, so this is day 1, this is day 2. It's going to rain first thing in the morning. That sucks. It's fair drying conditions in the for the rest of the day, so we might get an early morning rain, be able to do stuff, and then a late night rain. Wednesday's clear, and then here comes the snow. So that's the last 3 days of fall, and it looks like snow. not good. That's a thing. Chickens have food. We have 72 chickens. So yeah, that's all done. Where's my boots? No, I got deck chairs on this one. So I'm going to slow time down to normal. I am going to go to sleep. What does that entail? Oh, there we go. So I think if we sleep 12 hours, that puts us about 8 o'clock in the morning. Gives us time to review what's going on. And oh, it's raining. So no harvesting contracts. However, it's raining, but the forecast looks to be cloudy. So potentially rain could end at 9 o'clock. That field needs planting. That field needs harvest. Did I not put oilseed radish down in that one? Well, that was a little remiss of me. We do have a layer of fertilization there. There are still lots of fields needing kind of harvesting, but frankly we have... See, I'm probably going to avoid fields like 93, 63 because they'll just take us too long. It took 70's a reasonable size, and we managed to get that done in half a day. These fields have already been harvested, not by me. So yeah, we're not going to get all of them done. We'll do a smattering. Are there any contracts for harvesting? It's a contract for cultivating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 harvesting. Sowing doesn't play. Plowing's not bad. Actually, plowing's quite good. I'm guessing 50 is kind of big. Oh, 50 is over here. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, that's the state of where we are, interestingly. That field's 161, so we're probably going to be looking at fields like this that we can afford, 72, 42. I don't want grass fields because I don't have grass equipment. We could go down there. 76, 59 is kind of convenient. 98. 70 we just did is 172. Yeah, that's kind of pricey. So the fields we're now looking at buying are a little bit further afield. Yeah, over here 61. No, 100. 48 is 101, and that's a drive to get there because we have to. If I turn it back. We have to go down to here to get across the river and then back up this way to get to these fields. But, I'd like to buy some more fields. But the question is how much money we'll have. And we also have what's in the grain bins. So what's that? 21,000 wheat at 641. Oats. We got 14 at 900. So what? That's about the same value. So about 12,000 there, and probably about 12,000 there. Canola's 16,000. That's our most lucrative crop result. So I've got 2 fields to plant, one with oilseed radish, one with a cash crop, and we need to plough up the oilseed radish in field 37. I want to say 30. Yeah, so 37 we need to plough that up. 38 cash crop, 39 oilseed radish. I need to get that in immediately so that it can get growing. Okay then, how are we doing on stats? Stats, we have no bales created, so we're up to 56 missions. That's what I'm kind of looking at. I want to get that up to 100 to complete the achievement. So that's getting there. We got another year to go. We use an absolute ton of fertilizer. But these numbers way too low to make the 100 count on the achievements. Anyway, that's it from me today. We may be back later this week. In the meantime, everybody have some fun, and I'm out of here.